Now, with that, I'm going to turn the call over to our CEO, who is, I'm in Spain actually right now. He is right now in Dubai, which is a couple of hours before me. I think it's 9 o'clock there in the evening. So do we have our CEO, Mr. Frank Ricketts, on the line?
You certainly do, Jan Erik. Thank you very much for that, and warm welcome. Good morning, good day for everyone over in the US and Canada, and of course good evening to people listening from Europe that we can also see. I'd just like to hit a few points from the very short business overview. We're using this type of meeting, online presentation, every Saturday leading up to the 16th, where you can see here we're doing our first official launch meeting, the first state, Michigan in Detroit, and we will follow that state for state across North America. What do we actually have here? Well, for everyone over there in North America, we have a ground floor opportunity. I mean, this is the start. We only opened up the IP addresses in April this year for North America, and as you can hear from the presentation, there's a very, very big step being done on the 9th of August globally, and this is the final and third step of a complete remodeling, restructuring of a 5-year-old business. And what does a 5-year-old business mean? Well, a 5-year-old business means that we've made a lot of mistakes, but we've rectified them. We're still there, and we've been tremendously successful, even though we had our technical issues over the years, because building a social media platform isn't done with a click of the fingers, as I guess a lot of you know. There's a lot of work involved, and there's a lot of things to learn as you go along, even though it's a never-ending story. We have a really cool site. It certainly belongs in the top group of social media platforms, and it's just getting ready to explode. That means that we have the technical know-how, we have the technical hardware, we have the software, we have the scripts. We're all working together to offer a very good social media platform. And as you heard from Jan Erik, there's a lot of things on there. It's just not a question of using it for communication like 90% of the social media platforms, with pictures, with chatting, and all these sort of things. And we're working there on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, to enhance certain functions, to add functions as we go along. But bottom line is, as a social media platform, even if we had an identical, everything was identical, every dot, every comma was identical to, example, Facebook. Why would anyone want to go away from Facebook and join Facebook/2? And this is what we've worked on for 5 years. We heard from Jan Erik, you know, when we started this, our actual slogan was, be rewarded for your own activity and the activity of your friends. And it's taken 5 years to get to that point, and that point is on the 9th of August. We're talking, you know, a week today. And of course it's in line with a ground floor opportunity for North America. We haven't even scratched the surface of any one metropole, any one major city. It's just starting, but with the benefit of 5 years, you know, being there and doing it and improving as we go along. Also, it tied in with the launch of our cashback, and as you also heard, you know, like everything that's technical, you know, you do as much testing as possible, but only in a live environment, you actually see, you know, you got a little bit to twitch here and a little bit to twitch there. So in the coming week, leading to the 9th of August, cashback will be there. It'll be there. Well, it is there, but it'll be there, you know, working the way we foresee it. And also we'll start putting in the various languages as we go along. So what are the highlights here? The highlights, without a doubt, is that, you know, everyone who looks at SciTalk, they get something that they don't get anywhere else. I'm referring to what I just said about even if we had everything identical to Facebook, why SciTalk? Our goal is not to take people away from Facebook or Twitter. I mean, how ridiculous could one be to, you know, be the third big global player out there in social media? No, we'd like to be a big player, and we will be a lot bigger than what we are. But what we see is that people will have SciTalk as well as they will have Facebook, they will have Twitter, as well as SciTalk. Why? Because SciTalk rewards them for what they're already doing. We have a point system, and everyone as a free SciTalk member is a free Star Club member, and everyone actually gets a free membership within OPN in the MLM Network Marketing division, i.e. with the agreement SciTalk has with OPN. And there's no obligation to ever activate that business model of OPN. It can lay dormant there for a week, a month, a year, 5 years. The only thing is, every SciTalker that ever comes in through you, your friends, and everything else, they are already positioned in the MLM network tree. They never, you know, disappear. So whenever, if ever, one wants to activate the business model of OPN, one can do that. It's a free membership. So it's a free membership to SciTalk, free membership to the Star Club, it's a free membership to OPN, and of course it's a free membership within the cashback system. So let's just stay with SciTalk. As a SciTalker, I know I'm, you know, covering things that Jan covered in the presentation. I'd just like to get it across in my own words. You get points for your own activity. So you play games, you log in, you load some pictures, you're doing this, you're doing that. There's a point system, converts into credits. You can use these credits to pay 100% for deals. You know, 1 cup of coffee, get 1 free. At the restaurant, you get the dessert free, or whatever. And that's, we've had this now for over 2 years, all right? And it's launching in North America, where, you know, with Groupon and deals and vouchers and one thing and another is such a big thing. We have our own, 100% owned from us, that you can utilize using the activity points and buy deals for free in effect, okay? You can use deals to play on the auction site, to play games, use the activity points and credits accordingly. And in the shop, we have a shop with a number of products in there, nutritional, cosmetical, one thing and another, and you can use these credits from your activity points to pay 35% of the purchase price. So, you know, they have real value, And you get 10% of all the activity points in credits from all the friends you brought to SciTalk. I mean, that's a loyalty program non plus ultra, because it's free. And you don't have to be behind someone, you know, to do this, to do that. They just carry on doing whatever they do, except they do it on SciTalk, or they do some of it on SciTalk. The communication with their friends and this and that. There's a lot of stuff they can be doing there. And with the cashback, and to be a member in the cashback system, to join the cashback system, of course, it's free. And you get your cashback whenever you go shopping. When you're on the site, Booking.com, you don't have to go through SciTalk. Booking.com recognizes you as a SciTalker and gives you your cashback accordingly. And you get 10% of the cashback that's generated from all your friends. It's free. And this is what you get. So you get rewarded for your own activities on the site, your own activity, your own shopping that you're doing anyway, you're getting your cash back. And you're getting 10% on all your friends. And then you can upgrade. And this starts on the 9th of August. You can upgrade the site talk position with a monthly subscription that is on a month-to-month basis. There's no hidden clauses. If you do not blah, 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 it goes on for another 3 months. That's not what we're about. That's not where we come from. Everyone decides what they want to do 24/7 at any time. And for a small subscription, you have the status of a Star Club executive. And not only do you get the 10% on your friends, your personal friends, but as a Star Club executive, you're getting 5% on second, third, fourth, and fifth level in points that you can use, as I just explained. And in the cashback, exactly the same as uniform. You get 5% in cash rewards on all the cashback generated on second, third, fourth, and fifth level of your site talk organization, of your social media platform. Have a look in your Facebook account or Twitter account. See how many friends you brought, but see how many friends they brought. You all have network marketing experience. That's why you're on this call this evening. And I've been around in this industry now for nearly 38 years. It's my life. But as long as I've been there and a lot longer before me, everyone was always showing, and you know, it's always shown in the MLM network marketing industry, you know, 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81, or the 525, 125, 625. You know, what could happen in your MLM business? And we all know that the truth and the fact is that the reality never has that multiplication. But what we do know is that in the social media world, the 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, etc., you can't get closer to perfection than when you're building a social media network. Why? Because there's no boundaries. No one's having to buy or pay for anything. We have, and you have, members who bring in no friends. We have members who bring in 2 or 3. We have members who bring in 20, 30. We have members who bring in 100, 200. And you saw a calculation there from Jan Erik using this typical 5 times 5 times 5. Well, in the social media, that can be easily done, especially when you have it for free, when you have a loyalty program, a Star Club membership, which is free, spend in the real world for real products, giving you cashback friends rewards on real purchases made in the real world, cash that you can use to do whatever you want to do with. And the possibility to get that over 5 levels. And you know, we aren't even touching the OPN opportunity. But on top of that, one thing is absolutely certain, you know, we have one-time membership statuses within the OPN business model. We have the basic, the gold, and gold executive memberships. One time only ever qualification required for this. And you can get on all BV in your direct lines, the friends that you bring to the site, you can get 5% as a basic in the direct referral bonus. This is money we're talking about now. And 1 BV is equal to $1.3, $1.35. Okay? You can get 5%. As a gold, you can get 10%. And as a gold executive, you can get 15%. And then we have the binary system, 1/3, 2/3. One of the most common binary and compensation plans in the 70-year history of MLM and network marketing, which means you can also get 5, 10, or 15% unlimited in your lesser leg on that same BV. So there's multiple ways here of being rewarded as a free member. And you know, you can even upgrade. You can upgrade the OPN membership to basic to gold using the BV that's generated from your personal friends, as well as your own BV, but it's not a necessity. We have lots of members who are qualifying for the one-time qualification using the business volume generated from their friends. And we do know now that with the cashback system, there is a residual income here being generated 24/7 around the globe. There is BV being generated, passive BV being generated, turnover being generated 24/7 that you participate on. And the dream of any MLMer networker has always been the residual income. We know, and this was a very important thing that Jan Erik said there, one of the biggest challenges in direct sales MLM network marketing is always trying to explain to people that your product is the best of its type on this planet. You need this, you've got to buy this, etc., etc., etc. Which means you have to change people's habits. Do you have to change people's habits shopping online by Booking.com or Expedia or iTunes or Amazon? And we've already got 2,500 shops in there. On a working day, we're adding 100 or 150 shops per day globally. And without a doubt, you know, we'll be heading towards the 15,000 by the end of this year. And we have our eyes on a particular extra situation that would give us about another 5,000 online shops. So, you know, we're not changing people's habits in any way. That is the big key here. Everyone is online shopping. Everyone is doing it without you looking over their shoulder, and you have your residual income. Ground floor opportunity in North America, and I can only recommend to every one of you, sign up over the link that the person who invited you to this call, just sign up free with no obligations to SiteTalk, and position your friends in the system. As I said, they are mirrored in the free membership of the OPN business model. They are there, whether they use it or not. But whenever they do decide to activate it, they are in your organization.